something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be taken short. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
Here we go, Pac-Man. Lady! Get in the weight room! Here.
They will run for the first time with Miles Sanders. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Now Wentz. He's going to let this go deep for Jackson. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. And now before they run this play on 4th and 1, we're going to get a break and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard.
He's coming. We got double up. Slam. Whip. Watch the whip.
Going for it with Sanders. He's got the first down and more past midfield. He gets it across the 50 and down to the 48. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Philadelphia.
Check 3. Check. He's checking. Crash. 36.
And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. He was trying to find Deshaun Jackson that time. And it's 2nd down. That's already the 3rd time they've looked his way on this opening drive. He's caught 1 of the 3.
That doesn't mean they won't continue to go in that direction. It feels like they think they've got something good going there, and they think those numbers are going to increase.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
SOS. Switch. Check 31. Right here, guys. Fight 51. Ram. Hey, keep it up. Kill.
It's a 2nd down run with Sanders. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Philadelphia picking up the first on a gain of 15. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Right back to Sanders on 1st down. Works his way inside the 30 on a pickup of 4.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Hey, pick your game up. Check. Check hot, right? Hot. He's coming. Double up. Sunday. Kill.
Wentz on the give to Sanders. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone.
Let's go.
That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the 1st quarter.
Go. 180.
58, come on. Hey, I'm coming.
Here's carry number 1 for Jordan Howard. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19.
What a luxury to have a guy like this who can not only spell your starter, but can come in and keep drives going.
At the 19-yard line.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
You got 3 down.
Now they'll throw it. Wentz. He'll hit Jackson, complete. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's 1st and goal. 1st and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back.
Straight 15.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Check 26. Check 50.
5-7.
Check. Crunch. Check 4.
They'll run with Sanders. That gets him 3 yards closer here as it brings up 2nd and goal.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call them run fits, everyone was in the right place.
Howard all alone in the backfield on 2nd and goal. They get it to him running left. And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. Jordan Howard taking it in as they are now on the board here in the 1st half.
And Brad, I think we have to look back at the big call to go for it on 4th down.
Yeah, that set up everything, and the end result, the short touchdown run. You know, correct me if I'm wrong, I don't think every coach would have gone for it back there.
You and I both know every coach would not have gone for it back there, so that's showing a little bit of faith, actually showing a lot of faith in his team, and it was rewarded.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
At the 29-yard line.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
24.
Say,
54.
Shit. Motion. Bumps up the helmet. Here we go.
Watson now to throw. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts. That's their 2nd, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this 2nd quarter. We'll be right back. The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on 3rd down.
Here we go. Slam.
25.
Alert 3.
Hey, 31.
Watch the safety creep. Rush in.
Hey, 59.
Shit. Watch the shit. Mike, 53. Mike. Stop your whining. Check. Shit.
Hey, 24. 59.
Boss. Check 99.
Hey, 24.
Now Watson. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. It's a gain of 22 as we tick towards the 2-minute warning.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. A first down carry now for Miller. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
4 yards on the pickup.
He's cracked.
2nd and 6.
Bang. Check the backer.
Hey, 31.
Delta.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Watson. Buying time to his left. Now he'll pull it down. Deshaun Watson, so multi-dimensional, able to scramble for the first.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
They'll run on first down. It's Miller. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Mike, number 53. Mike, 53.
To the car.
Big stop. Let's go.
To the car.
Check. Joker. Sponge.
On 2nd and 9. Watson going deep for Hopkins. Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked off by Ronald Darby.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. You're under 30 seconds to go. Field position not great. Time to call it a half, wouldn't you say?
Well, you know we all have that little extra gene.
And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Give the sack to Barkevius Mingo, the former number 6 pick. They don't want to repeat a first down. They'll keep it on the ground. And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. So a touchdown apiece. That's what we have to show at halftime as they head to the locker room. 7-7 our score. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, set and ready to go for the second half. One touchdown apiece. 7-7 our score. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter three.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. Wentz now on first down. He's going to let this go deep for Jackson. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. So, Charles, tie game here. What are your keys as we continue to play this second half?
I know people think it's always trite when you say the same things over and over, but they're tried and true in the game of football. Who's going to block better? Who's going to tackle better? In this case, to me, it's turnovers. You've got to take care of the football in order to win the game.
Back to the air on second down. Wentz. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. Give him 3 on the screen. He couldn't break free, and it's third down.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short gain.
The last catch did get 3, but they're still left needing 7 yards on third down.
Hey, Steve 6. Steve 6.
To throw, it's Wentz. And this is caught by Jackson. A big pickup there for the Eagles' first down, 18 yards.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
I used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this. When he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Miles Sanders, 52 yards. And the Eagles have taken the lead. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Elliott good on the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
Flush to his right. On the run. He'll let this go. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. A huge play there for Houston. 48 yards. Well, you had all halftime to think about what you wanted to do to start the second half. They came out with a big one.
Does that not beg the question? What was happening in the other locker room at halftime? Was that the one play they didn't cover as a possibility? Because they just gave up a big, big gain.
On first down, Miller. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
24, 26.
Go on front. Watch the shit.
On second and a yard, Watson. He finds Hopkins complete. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there.
And another thing that makes the comeback route really effective is that oftentimes after you've made the initial move, receivers breaking away from the defensive back, and that makes it a really tough play to defend. A nice chunky yardage picked up there.
They'll try and run for it with Miller. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Lamar Miller, his second touchdown of the afternoon, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. And now it's blocked. And the Eagles have got it, but he doesn't get far. They're able to stop him. And after all that, the extra point attempt unsuccessful.
As you tell me all the time, Brandon, mark that play down. That should be a tie game. Instead, a great job by the guys blocking it. And, boy, they've got to have a great lift going off the field.
And the further it happens in the game and here in the second half, it just gets more magnified. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Set the tone, defense. Let's go. Hey, check. Check 24. Check. Lucky. Showing it.
Running with Howard. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
And the Texans have an extra defender in the secondary now on 3rd down.
Mike,
57.
From the gun, it's Wentz. Caught by the tight end Ertz. Philadelphia picking up the first on a gain of 15.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little game. Wentz now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10.
Sunday.
Check 25.
Sanders here as they run out of the gun. And he'll be brought down at what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Back now in Houston. And we've got a dandy here. A 1-point game as we begin the 4th. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
Be a long day for you.
Another run here with Sanders. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain. As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3.
Check safety, check safety.
Let's go, great. X3, 218, chopper.
Slam. Whip.
Here,
Dudes.
Go.
Crash
Here.
They'll try and run for it with Sanders. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards.
First down, Philadelphia.
There we go, Pac-Man. 120!
They'll run on 1st down. Sanders, and able to get about 3 as he's taken down right at the 20. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Check three.
30. 6, pull it high. Here.
Wentz now to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. Sets him up nicely. 1st and goal. It was a pickup of 14. Well, probably the only thing he did wrong there was go out of bounds, nursing this 4th quarter lead. You want to stay in, eat the clock.
Yeah, you got to love the effort, the catch, the extra yardage, but you got to know the situation. Stay in bounds, young man.
3 down. Let's go, defense.
87.
Here we go. He's checking. Crash. 36.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. And this defense here going to burn their 2nd timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now.
Hey, tight. 49. Check 49.
SOS.
Once again with Sanders. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
Oh, Brandon, I'm going to tell you, this is football time to me. They're inside the 10-yard line. That's like drawing the line in the sand. Who's going to make the stand here? Defensive guys, they know if he gets in the end zone, this ball game is over. And the guys with the football right now, they're thinking, let's just pound it in there.
Got to hold him to 3 to keep this a 1-score game. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. And he's brought down. A nice little juke move that preceded it, but not much thereafter. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. So a big kick coming now for Jake Elliott from the left hash. Should be a fairly easy one here. And Elliott puts this one through. And that'll move their lead up to 4 now. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. They'll start out on the ground. It's Lamar Miller. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4.
A gain of 4.
He's back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way down to the 26. The Clemson connection. Watson to Hopkins for a big one. And even 50 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10.
Check 43.
Watson with a give to Miller. They had the huge play last time. Here it is a much smaller gain of 2.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
Check 26. Check 53. Bandit. He's coming. Double up. He's coming. Double up. Kill.
Now it's Watson. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. A sack by Brandon Graham. He's been doing that since he entered the league in 2010. Down 4 late. Got to go for it here on 4th down.
Check 26. Check 15. 9. Check crunch. Check 4. Check 59. Switch.
Here we go on 4th. Watson. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here. They had to...